أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه يستعين في جميع الأمور الحمد لله الذي يحب المتوكلين وصلى الله على محمد خير رسوله وآله الطاهرين وعلى دعاته من متقين سلاليم النجاة للمتقين Mumineen, Muminat, those who place their trust in Allah Ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May you be among the people who in all their concerns place their trust in Allah Ta'ala. If you place your trust in Allah, you will live in peace and tranquility, without worry or fear. You will reach your destination, heaven, where you will be blessed with eternal life and happiness. In today's Majlis, I will do bayan about trust in God, tawakkul. In what manner should you place your trust in Allah Ta'ala, such that all your anxieties and fears are dispelled. People pass through many trials in their lives. There are many things that cause worry. These worries can affect people in many ways and can harm their bodies and souls. How can you protect yourselves from this harm? You can protect yourselves by placing your full trust in God. Just as Allah's Awliyaa placed their trust in Him in the hardest of times. Mumineen, their lives offered lessons for you. Follow their example and act accordingly, and your worries and difficulties will go away. I will do bayan with Allah Ta'ala's aid and strength and the inspiration and ta'eed and help of His Wali Imam Zabaan. Allah Ta'ala urges people to place their trust in Him in many places in the Quran. In one ayat He says, وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. Whoever places his trust in Allah, Allah will take care of him. He says further in the Quran, وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَتَوَكَّلُوا إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. If you are believers, mumineen, then place your trust in Allah. He says further in the Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الْمُتَوَكِّلِينَ. Allah loves those who place their trust in Him. The meaning of placing one's trust in Allah is that you have full faith that Allah Ta'ala will do for me whatever is best for me, because everything is in God's hands. That is our belief. Whatever is ordained for me in this world, I will meet with full acceptance, rida bil qadar, acceptance of God's will. Allah subhanahu says in the Quran, عَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. There are times when you dislike something, but it is good for you. And He says further, عَسَىٰ أَن تُحِبُّوا شَيْئًا وَهُوَ شَرٌّ لَكُمْ. There are times when you wish for something, you think it is good, but it is bad for you. For this reason, Imam Zainul Abidin, salawatullahi alayhi, prays salawat in his supplication, then beseeches Allah Ta'ala and says, وَفْعَلْ بِنَا مَا أَنْتَ أَهْلُهُ فِي الدِّينِ وَالدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ إِنَّكَ عَلَىٰ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Do with us what you are worthy of in our religion, in this world, and in the hereafter. You are powerful over all things. If you place your trust in Allah, you will have peace. This does not mean that you should do nothing, not plan. Rather, you should make full efforts in all your concerns. But do not stress. But make sure you strategize, plan. Amir Mumineen salawatullah alayhi has said, La aqla kat tadbir. There is no intelligence like good planning. So you should do your part. Do what you can. Then leave the rest to God. Say to yourself, whatever is best for me will happen. In business, in education, marriage, raising your children, this approach will benefit you in all things you do, every day and night. Make your best efforts in all these things, but make sure you place your trust in God. It is narrated in our kitabs that ma qaddarallahu kain, what Allah has willed shall come to pass. What is in people's hands? Everything is in God's hands. If you believe this, then it is easy to have trust in God. First and foremost, come to this conviction. Whenever you face a difficulty, remind yourself of this reality. Everything is in God's hands. Pray to Allah. He is the one who gives sustenance. He is the one who protects. He is the one who gives aids. If you come to this conclusion, this conviction is strong in you, then you will find courage. If you have trust in God, you will have courage to take on any challenge. And together with having trust, make sure you pray. I will discuss the topic of prayer and supplication in more detail another time, inshallah. There is such power in prayer that it can even change what has been ordained. Ad-du'a yaruddul qada. Prayer pushes away death. Everything is in God's hands. Some people go to astrologers. They are called Jyotish in India. They place their trust in them. Do not do that. Yes, knowledge of the stars is real. The heavenly planets influence on people and events. But as Allah Ta'ala has said, يَمْحُ اللَّهُ مَا يَشَاءُ يُثْبِتُ وَعِنْدَهُ أُمُّ الْكِتَابِ. Allah Ta'ala erases what He wishes and writes in what He wishes. For with Him is the mother of the book. Everything is in God's hands. Place your trust in God. That does not mean that you open the door of your house or your shop, or if you have as they used to have camels before, not tie your camel. Today, people have cars. Doesn't mean you do not lock your car. You place your trust in Allah and you should do your bit, as I have explained earlier. Many people have a habit of stressing out, of having tension, and that can be very harmful, worrying all the time. Doctors say that today that stress can cause diseases and make illnesses worse. People who constantly stress out are constantly agitated. If you want to repel stress, then make this belief firm in your hearts. In everything you do, place your trust in Allah Ta'ala. Mumineen salawatullahi alayhi has said that those who place trust are of four kinds. I will summarize this bayan. The first is a person who places his trust in his wealth, in money. Only thing he cares about is preserving his wealth. He thinks that he will be secure and as long as he has wealth. That is not true. He will perish and his wealth will also perish. Look around. No one remains here forever. And things change all the time. The second type of person places his trust in his body. He thinks that as long as he is strong and healthy, he has everything. That is also not true. In this world, disease afflicts all individuals at one time or the other. The third type of person places his trust in other people, in his employer, his boss, keeps worrying about what other people will think about him, and does not give misa to Dawat, worrying about what other people will say. All these are not right. The fourth person is the one who places his trust in Allah Ta'ala, mutawakkil ala Allah. He is the only sensible and intelligent man of the four. He places his trust in God in everything he does. Mumineen salawatullahi alayhi said that when my trust is in God, why should I fear whether I am wealthy or poor? Everything is in God's hands. Inna Allaha huwa ar-razzaqu dhul quwwatil mateen. Allah Ta'ala is the sustainer. He is all powerful and strong. Look at Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's trust in Allah. All around him in Makkah were idol worshippers, and yet he boldly recited the testament of faith. There is no God but God. La ilaha illallah. Allah's wali has complete faith in Allah. That is the only reason why he was able to do what he did. Muhammad and Ali's forebear, Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam, is well known in this regard. The story of his trust in God is often narrated in our Wa'az sermons. When Ibrahim Nabi alayhi salam was placed in a catapult and plunged into a blazing fire, how amazing was his trust in Allah. There are many, many examples of Allah's Awliyaa in this regard. Most especially our Aqa Hussain, whom the enemy surrounded from all sides on Ashura day and were determined to kill him. At that moment, Hussain Imam prayed in supplication, Allahumma anta siqati fi kulli karbin wa rajai fi kulli shidda, saying, Allah, with you I place my trust in every calamity and my hope in every misfortune. In every catastrophe that descends on my head, you are my support and my preparation. During the era of the 47th Da'i, Syedna Abdul Qadir Najmuddin, there were certain people who propagated the false belief that the rope of Nas had been severed. That Nas was not done on Syedna Najmuddin. Even within Syedna Najmuddin's household, there were people who spoke such things. Someone asked Syedna Najmuddin that with all these concerns, how are you able to sleep? Syedna answered that when I go to my bedchamber, I wrap up all these concerns in a bundle and lay them on this ledge in the wall. Then I go and sleep in complete serenity. Allah's wali places his faith in Allah. Maulana Taher Fakhruddin, when he left Saifi Mahal for the last time for Mathiran, where he would pass away, in the car with him was Kakai Sahib Hatim Bhai Sahib. Syedna Taher Fakhruddin said to Kakai Sahib that Sakina, meaning my honorable mother, was weeping that I am leaving. That's what Syedna Taher Fakhruddin said. And then recited this Quran ayat, فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. When you have resolved upon an action, then place your trust in Allah. How great is our Mawali's trust in Allah in every action and every matter. Mumineen, Muminat. At all times in your life, and especially when you have to take difficult decisions, remind yourself, I place my trust in Allah. Just as Allah's awliyaa placed their trust in Allah, in the same way you should follow their examples and act accordingly. Take their name, make a prayer and take action. And always remember, our goal is the hereafter. We have believed in Allah and obeyed Him and His awliyaa. We have full conviction that we, through their intercession, shafa'at, will reach the shores of the celestial world. And always recite this litany, tasbih, day and night. Hasbanallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Allah will take care of us. He is the best trustee. May Allah Ta'ala, by the hurmat, sanctity of Muhammad, Ali Muhammad and their dua, help you place your trust in Allah. Because of this trust, may Allah dispel all your hardships through the wasil of the dispeller of hardship, Mushkil Kusha Ali. May Allah Ta'ala grant you barakat in your children, in your wealth, your trade, your livelihood. And may He keep you always happy and prosperous in His protection and security. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على رسوله سيدنا محمد وآله الطاهرين وسلم تسليما متصلا إلى يوم الدين. يا صباح الخميس